P331 Tube Loading Amplifier was designed as an enhancement device for line-level audio signals. It was not designed to significantly change the character or alter the intent of what it's being fed. A much more difficult engineering challenge than simply building a distortion box. The P331 is not a distortion box. Originally conceived and designed for mastering applications, the P331 has quickly found a home on the stereo buses of some of the world's leading tracking and mix engineers in rock, country, Americana, hip-hop, and pop, as well as on the final masters of Grammy-nominated and winning albums. Working with the P331 is about feel. It's about trusting your ears and your instincts to add layers of subtle enhancements that accumulate and add excitement or movement to your recordings. We designed the P331 to blend the advantages of the best of vintage high-fidelity vacuum tube technology with the best of modern computer-optimized circuit design. Fully switched digital control provides a level of precision recall and left-right channel matching that's rarely found in today's pro audio equipment. This level of precision is typically relegated to the world's most expensive audio mastering gear. If you were to hook up your P331 to a scope, as you're seeing in this example, you'd see we calibrate every unit to match left and right channel outputs to nearly 3 decimal points. The signal on the left channel is illustrated as the yellow line, and the signal on the right is blue. Notice how closely the channels track to one another. By utilizing digital firmware control with rotary and toggle switches, as well as lots of 0.1% metal film resistors, we're able to maintain a truly exceptional level of precision. There are 4 main sections to the P331. There's the tube loading section, the parallel lift filters, the transformer section, and the clean solid-state output gain. Each section, with the exception of the loading circuit, can be fully hardwire bypassed. There's also a global hardwire bypass to remove the entire unit from your signal chain. We're going to briefly go through and explain each section of the unit, and then demonstrate how we typically use the P331 on stereo source material. The soul of the P331 is its tube loading section. The loading control allows you to alter where the audio hits the tube along its response curve. We give you the ability to do this in 2 different ways. In clean mode, you are utilizing feedback to change the internal gain of the tube, while in bloom mode, you're utilizing variable plate loading. Clean mode is just as you'd expect, a cleaner and more linear way of adding subtle harmonics, while bloom mode introduces slightly more nonlinearities and even order harmonics. While the internal tube gain is changing, we don't want to be fooled by large swings in volume. So we added auto padding that works in the background to keep the volume of the audio signal relatively unchanged as you run through the loading settings. This ensures all you are hearing is what the tube is imparting, without being fooled by large level fluctuations. To make things even more interesting, we provide the ability to control where in the circuit that auto padding happens. In pre, or green on the LED indicator, the padding occurs before the audio hits the tube. In post, or orange on the LED indicator, the padding occurs after the audio passes through the tubes. This allows for additional flexibility depending on what levels you are driving into the unit. In open, or the blue LED indicator, the auto padding is disabled and you will hear the level increase with each switch position, essentially turning the loading knob into a tube gain control. Open mode disables the auto padding, and if your unit has version 2 firmware installed, there is protection built in. If the loading knob is anywhere past the 0 position when open is engaged, the unit will go into auto cut mode. The blue LED will blink to alert you to turn down. You'll need to turn the loading knob to the 0 position to fully engage open mode and disable auto cut. Also new in firmware 2 is the ability to link the left and right channels. This allows you to control the left and right channels with the left channel controls only. To enter link mode, simply switch the right bypass switch to the down position and then hold the right channel mode switch to the right for 5 seconds. You will be able to confirm you are in link mode by seeing the LED channels on the right channel change while operating the unit from the left channel. Note the bypass switches are not linked. You will need both left and right bypass switches to be in for the audio to pass through both channels. To disable link mode, repeat the same procedure. The lift section is a gentle lift of the highs, the lows, or both the highs and the lows. When lift is engaged, the lifted frequencies are sent through the loading section and then blended back with the original unaffected input signal at a set percentage ratio. Again, we're looking to subtly enhance, not alter the fundamental character of the recording. The unit can be run completely transformerless, or you can add in an output transformer and load that in two different ways for additional textures. The output gain is clean solid state. We wanted to provide the ability to boost or cut what was happening in the loading, lift, and transformer sections without further coloring the sound. There's 11 dB of boost or cut in 1 dB increments. The resolution switch allows for even more precision in gain staging. The way it works is when you are in the 0 position, you can add a quarter dB or half a dB to the signal. When you move out of the 0 position, however, the resolution control becomes subtractive. Imagine the P331 placed at the end of your chain just before your A to D, and one more click is just enough to clip your converter. With the resolution switch, you can back off a quarter dB or a half a dB. We believe there's no right or wrong way to use the P331, or any other tool made for creating art for that matter. But the following is how we typically get around the unit.